the money. He's all right. If you don't have the strength, he's all right. Because he'll be a friend. Stick it closer to any old brother. So you won't have to pray. Put your hand. Put your hand. Put your hand in God's hand. Put your hand. Put your hand. Put your hand in God's hand. Put your hand. Put your hand. Put your hand in God's hand. Put it in God's hand. Quit worrying about how you're going to make it. Put it in God's hand. Quit worrying about the kids. Put it in God's hand. Quit worrying about the children. Put it in God's hand. Quit worrying about your spouse. Put it in God's hand. And what God won't do, it won't happen. But I tell you one thing. When God is through working on you, you will come forward like a miracle. I heard somebody say, came to Jesus, just as our Lord. And said, I found him. I found him. A wretched place. Now that I know who he is, I got connected to the true God. Is there anybody in here who's connected to the true God? Is there anybody in here who's connected to Jesus Christ? Is there anybody in here who's connected to the Lord of God? I'm stopped by a prayer. If you pray on your knees, keep on praying. Somebody don't talk about you. If somebody don't call your name, fall down on your knees. Talk to God. He may not come when you want him, but he's always. And he's alright. Ain't God alright? He's always. You gotta get connected. Now let me help you. When you get connected, when you get on the Lord's side, I think I ought to tell you, some of your friends don't fall off the wayside. We can get connected with Jesus. You gotta get some enemies, but that's all right. But when Jesus said, how do you know? One Friday, I said one Friday was to my Lord, your Savior. One Friday, you were up the hill, all Calvary. One Friday, he died up on the cross, on the bed, but he died up on the cross. He was on the cross, he laid it down in the fire. You know, I'm pretty busy now. I want to celebrate. I know it's all right. 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 Anybody here? I know it's all right. I know it's all right. Know the symbol, know the steps, and then receive the success in walking with Jesus. You got to know who God is. You got to make sure you connect. Be in the refrigerator, don't plug in. You're going to spoil. And when you spoil, you're rotten. I learned something about a dog we had by the name of King Shepherd Collie. When we threw rotten food out the door, you know, back then you threw it out the back door. He didn't bother it. The bird, the buzzard king, ate on the rotten food. Because he knew if he would eat it, he would get sick in the stomach and spew. Jesus, God talks about that in the book of Revelation. He talks about people who pretend to know who he is. But on the inside, they have no idea. And the Bible said God spewed. The word spew means vomit. There was a sermon years ago entitled People That Make God Sick. We are living in the last days, and you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. But I do know one thing. The Lord is holding today and tomorrow in his hand. And I challenge you today, in your own heart, do it for yourself. Don't do it for your friend, don't do it for your neighbor, but do it for yourself. Get a good experience and a relationship with Jesus. Because when everything else fails, you're going to believe Jesus. You're going to believe him. I don't care how saved you are, you're going to go through some storms, some trials, some tribulations. You can be as holy as you want. You're going to still have some trials. But the only way you can get through it is through Jesus. You got to be connected. You got to know who Jesus is. He will develop you. He will make you. He will mold you. And don't ever let nobody tell you, I remember when you was back when and you couldn't go nowhere, you ain't going to go nowhere, you ain't going to do nothing, you ain't planning on doing nothing. We tell them all of us how to win. I don't like folks hanging around me like they've been so holy all their life. They ain't never had a win. Sometimes your win can help somebody else. If God did it for you, he can do it for somebody else. The doors of the church have always been open. We extend